Hola clase, buenos días, buenas tardes o buenas noches. Yo soy su profesor Reyes Snoddy y este es Español Básico 1. Hello class, good morning, good evening, or good night. This is your professor Reyes Snoddy and this is Elementary Spanish 1 in Rose State College. So I want to give you a little orientation on how to make your online experience the best that it can be. So these are some details that you may be wondering about. So let's go through this really quickly so it's not too long of a video for you. So we'll start by going to rose.edu. If you're not familiar with D2L, you can go to rose.edu, scroll down to the bottom, click on Student Login, and then you can access D2L by clicking on Brightspace D2L. So just a quick word before we go into D2L. If you're not familiar with it and how to log in, these links down here will help you. For some reason, it will not allow me to do it, I think because it's recognizing that I'm a professor. And so if you click on them, it should give you information on how to log into D2L. So once you acquire your username and password, you do want to log in. And I'm going to take you through some things that you really want to know about D2L. So I'm going to click to Student View. So here you will see a list of your classes. Of course, you want to click on Español Básico 1. And here I have a short welcome for you all. Bienvenidos estudiantes. Welcome to Elementary Spanish 1 at Rose State College. I'm so glad you have chosen to learn Español. This course will be a journey that requires disciplina, dedicación, y lots of laughing at yourself. Like any skill, learning a new language requires practice, practice, and more practice. Your profesor will work with you and you will work with each other to make our short time together productive. See you in clase. Again, bienvenidos. So the first thing you want to know is that you can access your syllabus by clicking on your syllabus. Any updates that I make to the syllabus will be made here online. I will try to let you know about those. Very important is to know how you're being graded, and you want to go over the grading scale and see what counts for what percentage. And it's important to read about each aspect of your grade to look at what iLearn means, what writing and your discussions entail, and to look at what your quizzes and tests entail. Oral evaluations, you will need definitely audio-visual equipment in order to complete your oral evaluations. This section talks about iLearn. The most important icons in iLearn, your online workbook, are assignment calendar and your ebook. Your ebook is a digital version of a physical textbook. So if you have that, which most of you probably do, then you are in good shape. I hope none of you have to withdraw, but the final day to withdraw is el 29 de septiembre, the 29th of September, and the final exam is Thursday, December 14th until Thursday, December 19th. I am not 100% sure that we will be allowed to have this much time. It may be only one day that you are allowed to complete the final exam. I will let you guys know exactly what the changes are on that. If there are any, this may be set in stone. I hope so. So some important information here under student policies, academic integrity. We have ways of knowing if students are cheating, so I really recommend that you do your own work. Translation machines, translation devices, and sites like Google Translate, they're only good for one word. They're not good for phrases. They're not good for long sentences. And usually Google Translate does not know the intention of what you're trying to say. So I would use your own brain. You're smarter than Google Translate and other translation devices. This at the bottom is a list of dates that assignments are due, and it corresponds with all of the listings here in D2L. Let's go back to the course home. So these links are important to look at. I really recommend looking at frases de corrección and expresiones para el salón de clase. I will use frases de corrección to help you and give you feedback in iLearn and D2L. And you can use Expresiones para el Salón de Clase to ask me questions or to communicate with other estudiantes. Typing in Spanish, this link helps you to know how to use acentos, whether you use a Mac, Apple products, or whether you use a PC. If you have a Surface, it's very similar to a PC. I will try to update this link so that it includes information about how to put accents if you use a Surface. So let's go to this iLearn link. And here, this is very important because it's where all of your homework is, most of your homework at least. And it should show up here in just a moment. And it will have this link here. So you do want to right click on that and it should pop up. And you want to go to the bottom right of the white screen there and you want to click on create an account. Now I've created lots of these accounts in demonstrating, so I'm going to try to create another one. Let's see, I've used uno y dos. Let's see if it will let me create an account so I can show you all how to create an account. I'm going to choose John and then Doe. How about that one? And I'm going to use this email. Use your rader.rose.edu email. You do want that information to come to you and not to someone else or not to some strange alias email. You do want that one to be your real email. I'm going to say Midwest City. I'm going to choose, for my purposes, yo estoy en Oklahoma. I am in Oklahoma. The zip code. And you do want to use, I use Central Time. You may be in a different part of the country, but be sure you choose the correct time zone. Click Submit. And if you've used iLearn before, you may end up having this screen. But if you do, just click Create an Empty Account. Now, if you bought the book, then you have a book key. But if you have not bought the book, then you do not have a book key. Either way, you do need to enter the course code, and it is BEN894. BEN894. Click Go, and then you want to click on Español Básico 1 Online. Click Submit. Now it will take you to this screen. If you do not have the finances to pay for the book at this moment, then you would click Buy anyway. So whether you're paying for it now or whether you are going to pay for it within 3 weeks, click Buy. The top option is for 24 months. That is 3 classes. So this book will be good for 3 classes: Español 1, Español 2, y Español 3. I don't know that we offer Español 3 online, but you at least will have the book if you have to take it on campus. You can click Next if you're going to pay for it, or you can click Trial if you do not have the money to pay for it, and it's free for the first 3 weeks. And so I'm going to click Submit and then Done, and voila, yo estoy en la clase. I'm in the class. If you click on the link there, you will see the assignment calendar and an ebook. If you just click here, it opens your digital book. But let's go back to the assignment calendar. And this is important. If you click on View by Chapter, it will give you a drop-down list, and you could go to the specific chapter that we're on. If you see a date in this area right here, then that means it's due, and it's due on that date. Remember, no late work will be accepted. Okay, so that's iLearn. Those are the basics that you need to know about iLearn. Let's go back and look at some fine details that we need to know before we go any further into the semester. So use Google Chrome. It is most compatible with iLearn. You may need to enable cookies in order to do the actividades in iLearn. So follow these instructions, but you may have to Google, how do I enable cookies on a Mac, a Windows, or a PC, or a Surface? You may, I guess that is covered with Windows. you may need to enter that in a Google search in order to find out how to enable your cookies. Pop-ups and plugins. After you click Start for your homework activities, you may need to allow pop-ups or plugins by moving your computer cursor to the top right corner of your screen. You need to click Allow and start your audio-visual activities. And just some fine details. Be sure to use typing in Spanish, that link, if you're not sure how to use the acentos. Do a little bit each day. It's not good for you to do all of it at once. You won't learn Spanish that way. The best way to learn Spanish is to put it into your long-term memory by doing a little bit each day. On the assignment list page in D2L, T, S, and MEP, they're just the same thing. They're not any different. They're just different ways of saying these are assignments. And finally, don't expect to make 100% on each assignment. Every one of us has to start from somewhere. It's okay if we're not perfect at the beginning. This is a skill. You'll be allowed multiple opportunities to earn your highest score, and I'll take the highest score that you make on your quiz or exam, and your homework as well. Lastly, I'll provide feedback to you within 36 hours of you completing and submitting your assignments. That's quizzes, exams, and your tareas. So I hope that this has been helpful, and if you have any concerns, be sure to email me, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Tuesday and Fridays will be the days that I will be most accessible. The other days I am also taking class, so I may not be able to contact you as early in the evening as would be convenient for you, but I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Muchas gracias y bienvenidos a Español y hasta luego.